our guest, CS Mbadi, the MPs, the youths, bunge la wananchi, wanabiashara, all protocol observed. Tumsifu Yesu Kristu. Daima na milele. Kwa majina, my name is Lilian Bitok. I'm a director at the Kenya National Chamber of Commerce and Industry. I'm here to present some issues to our CS in regards to budget. So first of all, let me give Waziri his flowers. When he came into power, kwa hiyo kiti ya CS, Kenya was struggling with a lot of debts. Yeah, so sijui ulifanya nini, ulicheza kama wewe. Until now we can see we are doing well currently. We have put in the balance, and I can see the economy is not bad from when you came in and now. So some of the issues that I want to ask is that how is the previous budget 2025-26? What did you actually do to ensure that the country is stable? Because we had a lot of debts, and we can see hatuja struggle sana, and actually we were flagged among the countries that are grappling with the debts. So another thing is that what do we expect for this the next financial year, 2026-2027? And then what are the top priority sectors that you will be having in the national budget 2026-2027? Because as business community, we always want to align ourselves. Yeah, so, and what will you allocate for like the manufacturing sector, the SMEs, the agriculture and the value addition for the youths and women? What will be the allocation like? And then also, what strategies have you put in place to reduce the cost of living? We know you've really tried, but I know you can still do something so that the cost of living can go down. And then what tax incentives do you propose for local businesses, especially for value addition, youth in business, comrades power? Yeah, because they would want to venture into business, and they want some incentives that will encourage them venture into business. And also even the women in business, we have a lot of issues there where we don't have the capital. So what measures, another question is, what measures have you put in place to ensure government pays the suppliers? Because we have a lot of issues with the pending bills. I know you're working on it, but we still have a bit of issues. Is it possible to put like a time bound? For example, if I was to supply the county government of Uasin Gishu, can I know like when will I be paid after I've done my work? Yeah, and also maybe the allocation. I understand that we have a government organization called KDC, which I know the government you do allocate some money there, which is supposed to lend to the business community. But here in Uasin Gishu, we are not feeling them. So maybe you need to tell them that we need to understand what exactly they do, because I understand that the government is doing quite a lot to help the business community. The problem is information gap is where is a biggest problem. So kindly let them come down here and actually tell us exactly how we can benefit. Can the government also partner with the banks and give us affordable credit, especially for women and youths, if that is possible? Yeah, I believe that is possible. And then there is the issue with the AGBO. I understand that 30% has been allocated to women and youths. what measures have you put in place to ensure that this 30% actually goes, and it is actually a very transparent process, that this 30% goes to the youths and women? Another thing is that women, youth, and PWDs. So I've mentioned the issue of access to affordable credit. Another thing is the interest rates are still high. Pull your strings. We believe in you. Ensure that we get affordable credit, even with the bank. Another thing is that maybe you can reduce how can you reduce the fiscal deficit? By what measures have you put in place? Because maybe you need to consider borrowing internally. Remember that in this housing, affordable housing, sini Kenyans ndio wanajenga. So it means that we can still, there's a lot we can also, even as business people, you can borrow from business community with an interest where we can also benefit and do some developments and probably reduce the external borrowing. Predictability in taxes. Is it possible sometimes to put it like an tax freeze? Tax freeze means, tax freeze means that as business community, whoever is coming into business, they need to know in the next 3 years, how much will I pay as taxes? Because it keeps changing. Every year, after every 6 months, we see mambo imebadilika, hatujui tunatakana tulipe ngapi. So is there can we have a predictability in terms of business? When somebody is even an investor, when they come, they know that in the next 3 years, I can be able to plan for this. The cost of energy is still very high. That is electricity in terms of manufacturing. So, and you see many people actually import goods from Uganda because I don't know what they do there. And also there's a lot of imports from China. There's something they do, but manufacturing in Kenya is becoming very expensive. Maybe there's something that needs to be done there. And then lastly, what is in it for us as Uasin Gishu? Umetupangia mambo gani kwa hiyo budget? Ni nini unaona unaweza kutuletea mzuri? Ama ni aje? Mpango ya infrastructure and development zenye umetupangia kwa Uasin Gishu.